What's good, yo? What's good? We are live back in the building on this Sunday night Speech Club podcast. Your boy Mike Sears with my brother Raka in the building. How you doing, brother?
Yo, it's a great Sunday. We last night we had a great conversation on Twitter Space
Absolutely.
about a myriad of topics in hip hop, including Clark Kent's assertion that The Chronic is not a classic album because he can skip, an RBX verse.
Yeah, that's real good logic right there. That was amazing conversation, bro.
yeah,
Incredible.
I'm glad Watson came through and
Oh man,
Rhea, Gutter Goddess, you coming through, man, and my
absolutely.
guy DMR. Like, it makes for a great conversation, and it's good to talk to people that have, you know, brain cells. They're not, uh, they're not dumb. They're, people that have honor, people that have integrity, people that can uh, truly, talk about, hip hop and other issues and talk about it, you know, in civil discourse. You know what I mean. And
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna do it, pretty soon.
Oh hell yeah, I'm down. I'll be there, brother.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, man, we're concluding our review of the Dear Mama, the Saga of Tupac and Afeni Shakur documentary, which to me, now that it's all said and done, it's done and dusted. To me, this is the greatest Tupac documentary ever made, hands down. The way this shit made me feel was like extraordinary, man. If y'all haven't seen it, you got FX, you got Hulu, watch it. All 5 parts are available now. So I got Hulu, so that's how I watch my shit. So man, this part 5 entitled Until the End of Time. It starts off with Afeni in 2004 at the Clark Atlanta University talking about a book that Jasmine Guy wrote about Afeni in 1995. And Afeni talks about Tupac teaching her not to run away from her problems. Pac's cousin, Jamala, talks about Pac was on the phone at the time threatening to blow up death row offices because Allen asked her, was he afraid to leave death row? Nah, he was pissed. Like, he fired David Kenner around that time. And they show Pac lighting the death row match from the Toss It Up video. And they go right into playing To Live and Die in LA, which I think was absolutely amazingly done. Just incredible. Love that shit. So, like we do all the time, I give Rocka the floor for a little while. He gives his thoughts on this episode, then I tag in, and I finish it off. That's how we do it on this particular show. But I set up the intro. That's what happened. And what's your thoughts on this phenomenal episode, Rocka?
What my first impression of the first couple of minutes of episode 5 was when Alan Hughes posed that question to Jamala. Her facial expression said it all. Like, to, to say that Tupac was scared of Suge Knight. I don't think Tupac was scared of anyone.
Big facts.
And Jamala had to set him straight. Like, you don't. If he was scared of Suge, he would have never fired David Kenner.
Absolutely. That was Suge's right hand man comes to being a lawyer.
And David Kenner was the man that drafted the original contract that Tupac signed in prison that, legally binded him to record for death row. And there was a conflict of interest. The lawyer should not, Suge Knight should not be the manager of the same artist on your label. And
Facts.
from an accounting standpoint, I think uh, uh, the administrators of Tupac's estate, they had good uh, they had a good case to make that Tupac wasn't receiving his fair share of the proceeds, and I wouldn't be surprised if he had, double books.
Yep.
One general ledger for the, uh, for the accurate, uh, debits and credits, and the other general ledger, charging Tupac, with other people's transactions. Like I remember, hearing that Tupac was charged for Nate Dogg's child support,
Damn.
and it made me
I never heard about
think.
that.
Yeah, and it made me think. I'm sure Suge, thought of Tupac as a little brother
Yep.
and was, fond of him. But at the end of the day, man, if that's really your man, then you're not going to, uh, uh, you know, uh, use Tupac as a way to write off other debts and to hide money from him and enrich your pockets.
Absolutely. And I like when Pac's cousin was like, when Suge would be like, "Come on, Pac, you behind me? Yeah, nigga, I'm behind you, motherfucker." You know, like, oh, like Pac didn't take no shit, man.
Absolutely. To me, I think Tupac was extremely loyal to Suge, loyal to Death Row and the people that was uh, uh, riding with Suge. But it didn't mean that Tupac didn't have a mind of his own, and that's what Alan Hughes' question to Jamala gave the impression. Like that had to be dispelled.
Hell yeah, shut that shit down real quick. Love that. Yeah, man. And then we get to so it's Glow talking about moving to LA when Pac moved his family out to LA, and then everything gets moved in, and then she talks about driving, and she heard that Pac was shot in Vegas, you know, and this was a Mike Tyson. After that, he starts sweating, and I think Tyson said that when he thinks about Tupac or he gets riled up, he starts sweating like that, and that boy was very leaking. You know, they had to get some towels from him and shit like that. He recalls being bullied as a kid. Uh, some dude killed his bird, so he beat the shit out of the dude that killed the bird, the pigeon. It talks about getting a wreck from violence, and then they show him knocking out Bruce Seldon, and they get into like what happened in Vegas and stuff like that. But any more thoughts on the earlier scenes, Raka? I'm gonna break that shit down.
when they were when the production crew was setting up the shot of Mike Tyson to be interviewed, Mike Tyson, he said, "I'm sweating like a pimp with one hoe."
Yeah, am I sweating like a pimp with one hoe? Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm sure that Mike Tyson got that from somewhere, but it doesn't make it any less funny
Yeah.
and true. Because like a pimp, his lifeblood is his tricks.
Facts. On some pre shit. Real niggas know.
Hell yeah, man!
You
Like,
know?
I mean, that's like a drug dealer down to his last ounce.
Facts. Real shit.
Yeah, and I when Mike Tyson said that he gets erect from violence, like like I knew what he meant, but there was clearly a better way of phrasing it. But that just goes to show just how raw Mike Tyson is. Like uh like like it just like Mike Tyson, like no matter how far he's come from his Brownsville upbringing, like some things don't change.
Facts. Yeah, Tyson's that dude, man. And then Glow talks about every time she sees the Orlando Anderson footage of him getting stomped out, she cringes. And his cousin talks about, after Pac did that, went back to the hotel with her and Kadada, and he's bragging about, I just knocked this nigga out, so I'm knocking out Orlando Anderson, while he changed from the shiny orange shirt, blue jeans, to his rocking them gold hush puppies as well. He was rocking to the green Nike jersey. They also touched on, like, you can't stomp out a gang member. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at that picture, which these publishers talked about, that it breaks her heart when she sees it, because it looks like he knew, but Pac knew he fucked up. That iconic picture of him and Suge with the Coogee sweater on, them in the fucking whip, you could tell Pac's like, man, something's gonna happen, which is eerie within itself. You know what I'm saying? I always
Absolutely,
found that eerie.
absolutely. Like, for Tupac to, rush towards Orlando Anderson, to get some kind of retaliation for uh, his friend having his chain snatched by him, that lets me know that this wasn't the first time that Tupac had did something like this.
Oh yeah,
Like, this probably was the first. Well, this was the first time that this was caught on camera in a high profile location like Las Vegas. Because even if Death Row Security said, you know what, let's cancel the party at Club 662, like, we are, I'm sure that, our enemies, if they're looking for us, they're going to come uh, looking for us at the hotel, at clubs, wherever. Let's just go back home. Like, that kind of humiliation wasn't going to be taken lightly, man. Like,
hell no,
unfortunate, like, that was the point where Tupac signed his death warrant. Like,
absolutely.
there was no coming back from that.
Unfortunately, Orlando Anderson, wasn't no bitch ass nigga. Was very well known in the community of gang banging and hip hop art. Easy E was cool with him. MC8 was cool with him. The dude that played Steel from, Juice, and uh, also I forgot his name, Hopkins. I forgot his first name, but yeah, he
Oh,
knew him.
Jermaine Hopkins.
There you go, bang. Yeah, yeah, he knew him. Like, Orlando wasn't no punk, and he wasn't going to take that. That's like the most uh, embarrassing thing that could happen to you. You know what I'm saying? If you're claiming a gang, and it was unfortunate what happened to Pac, man. It should have never happened. Like, other niggas should be available to do that, not Pac. I never thought that should have happened, man.
And like, when I was looking at that footage,
Yeah,
I noticed that security did not get in front of Tupac. Like, if you just see Tupac's behavior, he still had adrenaline coursing through him after seeing Mike Tyson knock out uh, Selden out
yeah,
in the first round. So security should have, been way ahead of that. Like, isolate Tupac from, from the impending melee. Keep him from out of harm's way. You know.
yeah. Absolutely, man. And then let me get to part. Where's that, brother? My bad. Feeney talks about being in Atlanta and then getting the first plane she could get to see Pac, and how it's so agonizing trying to get there, because you're just thinking about, you got to get to your loved one, you know. And Anglo said Pac lost the lung, he lost his ring finger, it was shot off. Snoop talks about visiting Pac and Afeni telling him to cheer up and talk to Pac that he would normally talk to Pac. And then Pac Hawk kept stomping. Afeni decided to take him off life support. He was a free spirit. Fought so long to be a free spirit, so let him just be a free spirit. And unfortunately, Tupac had passed away. And Aunt Glow talks about visiting Pac, laying on the table. She knows he's dead. She kissed him, told him just to fly, and they play that Don McLean Vincent, bro. Yo, that shit hit.
Yeah.
It's crazy good. They're outside the hospital as the song plays. Shows Gaddafi all upset and that people crying. Um, and then Glow talks about Afeni grieving over his son and how a lot of black women lost their sons to gun violence, but her son was famous, so all the press, all the media didn't give her a chance to grieve properly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the talk show circuit was major, man. Like
Yeah,
there were so many talk shows: Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones, Geraldo, Montel Williams, Sally Jesse. Like to me, it seems like if she had not granted those interviews, to those talk shows, they would have kept hounding her wherever she went. You know. Uh, so it seems like she just wanted to get it out of the way. You know,
yeah,
and that's unfortunate because she couldn't even grieve privately uh and also I remember there was a lot of people in the media, journalists, television commentators saying, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. He went out like a gangster, and all of these, backhanded stuff. And
yeah,
I remember, like, I wanted to, you know, slap every one of those people, for saying those kind of things about him, because at the end of the day, you know, uh, her son was slain, and even warriors put their spears down on Sunday. Like at some point, no matter how you felt about him, you have to just, drop all of those, uh, all of those backhanded all of those backhanded comments.
yeah, definitely. Just dumb shit, man. And like she couldn't grieve like that. Then it cuts to Eminem. Eminem talks about how he was cooking when he heard Pocket Pass. He was a nobody at the time. And Afeni kept getting calls from the East Coast and West Coast saying the East Coast saying, I forgot what the East Coast said, what Jamal has said, but the West Coast niggas were saying, we're gonna get the motherfuckers that killed your son. But then they touch on Afeni moving house. She moved to a houseboat, starting the healing process. On Pac's death. I love the footage of Shock G talking about the small funeral they had for Pac. Also love how they play the video version of "I Ain't Mad at You." I just fucking love how Alan Hughes plays the acapellas. You know what I'm saying? Over the beat,
Mm-hmm.
very slightly. Oh my god, that is absolutely incredible. I love that so much. And during that, which is so fucking good to me, that Tabitha Soren bitch, I interviewed Pac from MTV. It shows Pac talking about death. He's like, nothing's bad about death. Don't need to be sad. And I love how Feeney said everybody gets here with two dates, the entry date and the exit date. It's oh my god, that whole speech she made about how she wished Pac was there longer than she had hoped, but he didn't get taken away as quick as she had hoped, but it happened. It was just so amazing how she broke that down. And then Edie said he didn't think Pac seen himself growing old and becoming a grandfather and stuff like that. Just oh my god, that section of this episode is probably my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Because it hit. You know,
Yeah.
incredible how they did that.
They didn't show it in the episode in episode 5,
Yeah,
but in the in the aftermath of Tupac's murder, there was there was a lot of uh, rumbling, that especially on the East Coast, they were uh, I won't say not happy. Well, to say that they was happy that Tupac had died, maybe maybe uh, uh, maybe an exaggeration, but there was a sense of apathy that I remember a lot of people, on the East Coast, being, indifferent about his murder, and part of it I think had to do with the fact that, for the previous months, Tupac had been riding on the East Coast, with Hit 'em Up and with his, public comments,
yeah,
about Biggie, Mobb Deep, Nas, and, Hot 97, especially, uh, was kind of pouring salt into the wound, so uh, it so sometimes, man, there's certain people that now they want to act like they were, so uh, sorrowful, for Tupac, and they, uh, they really was mourning. They act like they was mourning him, but certain people, they was just, you know, happy as can be, and
oh yeah,
feeling like, okay, we got Tupac out of the way now. Biggie's gonna, take back hip hop, and other New York MCs, they're gonna, reclaim hip hop. It was like so tumultuous,
yeah.
like, and also, man, like, I know I can only imagine, like, the uncertainty. Okay, Biggie's about to put out his album, and certain people not wanting to see Biggie succeed because they feel that Biggie has something to do with Tupac's murder, and Puffy. It was really like a hip hop civil war. Like,
Absolutely. And I will say this to the day I fucking die, man. Long Kiss Goodnight is about Tupac, and if you listen, he's bragging about Pac dying.
I,
Straight the fuck up.
and also on the ugliest, the unreleased song that Biggie did with Busta Rhymes, produced by Jay Dilla. Biggie Biggie's entire verse is going at Tupac.
I gotta hear that again. I probably heard it because I heard every Biggie verse on the man, but
Yeah.
I gotta hear it again to get the gist of that.
It I mean, when I heard Long Kiss Goodnight, it was, I mean, of course it was great verses, like Biggie's,
Oh yeah,
like Biggie's one-liners, they stick to the ribs. The only thing I didn't like was that it was after Tupac died.
yep. After he died, laugh now, cry later. That's on Pac's back. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't mad at you. You ain't mad at you. Yeah, come on. It's so easy to fucking. You gotta be a retard to fucking not know that. And little C's, little C's says in the Double XL magazine I used to have when they're talking about um like the making of life after death. C said that's about Pac. Biggie's best friend said it's about Pac. You know. Yup.
Yeah,
Critical mass is right.
and and in the years since Tupac and Biggie died, Tupac has been the most castigated. He's been he's been portrayed as the one that is the antichrist, the demon. He's like the guy that caused all of this reign of terror. If you let Funk Flex tell it, but it makes it seem like Tupac was a devil and Biggie was a complete angel.
Yep, I can't stand that shit. There's some other footage, Raka, where Big and C's are on Yo MTV Raps. I believe so. Could be another show. It's a 9-6, I want to say. And Biggie's like, I'm listening to nothing but slow jams and my shit because these rappers, they get shot, they find God. I don't know if you ever seen that, Raka. If you
Yeah, I
haven't,
have.
you have, yeah. Easily, this nigga was taking. He hated Pop.
It was June of '96.
Yo, see, real niggas know what's up. Yo, man. Biggie wasn't no fucking angel. He's dissing him a long kiss. Yeah.
And Biggie, you know, he went on Hot 97 and he, told Funk Flex that, you know, the dog pound and Tupac was shooting a video in Times Square.
Exactly.
Hint, hint, hint.
And Snoop's like, that was my friend. Fuck out of here, bro.
And like imagine like your trailer gets shot up and the person uh that riled people up to go send a message is somebody that you claim as your friend.
Exactly. And like I said before, Raka, like last week, I never knew this. Delray Richardson said it. Pac, with the rape case, caught the gun case from Big. He left
Yeah.
the guns inside. Yeah, those are Big's guns. I'll play that for you after the episode, man, if you haven't seen it. But yeah, man, I just think Pac was in the right. Maybe he was a little too paranoid, but still, like, if a nigga ain't coming to check up on me and telling me who shot me, if he does know, not cool. Not cool. You know?
And like Tupac said, he did not snitch. He took the
Yup.
gun case. He copped to it,
Yup.
and you don't hear from Biggie for months, and you just hearing bits and pieces of information, about Biggie and Stretch
Absolutely.
through the grapevine. You're going to start questioning, people's motives.
Absolutely. That's only right, man. The shit with Stretch was wild because they were close, man. And if Stretch comes to Pac and he tells him, Jimmy Henchman said, "Gotta get your money right to go to war," whatever the fuck he said, something along the lines. Like I would be looking at the nigga sideways too. You know, crazy
Yeah,
still with that situation too. You know,
yeah. I always thought that was strange because usually, if you hear through the grapevine that your enemy is sending a message, to you through your, through your uh, people, that sounds like they made a deal, with your enemy, and they're just, biding their time to get the drop on you. Like,
exactly.
like Stretch should have never said that. Like, and also, man, like once you hear that, man, you either got to take care of that, uh, neutralize that threat, or don't even mention it because now you've only made yourself open to crossing over to the other side.
Exactly, man. I never forget that shit, man. I heard that. I was like, well, what is Stretch doing, man? But
And,
get
and,
it.
and
Go
Stretch,
ahead, Rock. My bad, brother. Good.
and to add, Stretch was uh he contributed a lot to Tupac's music.
Some really good shit too. He's on Pain. Uh, he's on Strictly, I believe.
Yep. He produced several songs on Strictly.
Yeah, Live Squad. Yeah, yeah.
He was on Apocalypse Now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just listened to Apocalypse Now too, like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, yeah.
I think Stretch, Stretch, was probably the biggest disappointment, considering how close him and Stretch was. Like,
Yeah.
and if you listen to the first verse on "Holla at Me" from All Eyes on Me, that verse is entirely about Stretch.
Something about put money in your pocket, meet you a man again.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Oh, I love that shit. And I think he has some shots at him for ambitions as a rider. I could be wrong when he's like, had bitch ass niggas on my team. So indeed, they wet me up. Could be, could be.
And I feel
Oh,
for
Hasty Jack.
yeah, and I feel for Majesty, Stretcher's brother,
Yeah, that's good
but
interviews with all the dialogue. Yeah.
yeah, and Majesty is kind of in a no-win situation because people already made up their minds about Stretcher's actions one way
Yep.
or the other. So
Absolutely.
so trying to do damage control 25 years after the fact is useless. Like uh you know Tupac and Stretch, they'll always be linked. And I remember the last time, like, wasn't the Thug Life album the last time Stretch and Tupac was heard on record?
What was that?
The Thug Life album, like
Oh, Thug
Stretch,
Life. Yeah, 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 yeah. Not
yeah,
four. Yep.
yeah, Stretch he produced Under Pressure.
Ooh, it's dark
Uh,
shit. I love that song.
yeah, he was on. Wasn't he on Street Fame?
Coming to a ghetto near you, street fame. Yep, I believe so.
And as a uh, to me, as much as I like the Thug Life Volume One, if you go on YouTube, man, and you listen to uh, the songs that was originally recorded for that album,
Yeah,
those songs are not only more raw and harder, those are simply better songs.
I gotta hear that shit.
Like the original version of "I'm Getting Money" is better than the version that's on "Are You Still Down."
I wish all the original Pac shit got remastered and just put maybe sample clearances did it, but they fucked up a lot of them joints on Until the End of Time and Better Days and like, oh, I hate that shit, bro. Because I
You,
had the Machiavelli cassettes, bro.
man, you know what they like to me, I think after "Are You Still Down," the albums kept getting worse by them remixing the original tracks, and oftentimes, like the tracks they weren't even remixed by the original producer. They would get a trendy producer.
Yep, Jazzy Faye and whatever the fuck. Like,
Yeah, that Pox Life album is terrible.
it's terrible. My boy Rick, he loves it, but I don't know why. That shit terrible. Um, Are You Still Down is the greatest posthumous Pac album. I do not consider Machiavelli a posthumous Tupac album. Yes, it can. It's technically it is, but to me, it's not. He was living when that was completed. He recorded all them songs and not touched. He knew the album cover. That's not posthumous. Okay, to me, it's
Yo,
not.
and also if you can look up Tupac's handwritten track list for the Machiavelli album.
Yeah. Yep. I seen it.
And that's another thing, man. Like, I wish the estate, when they was putting out those albums, would have followed Tupac's handwritten track list and his ideas for producers and collaborators. Like, for example, you know that song "Military Mind" with
Yeah.
Buckshot and Smith and
Bucks.
Wesson.
Yep.
That song did not need to be remixed, but they
Absolutely.
remixed it for the Better Days album.
Yep. I don't listen to none of those fucking albums, bro. I just can't. Except Are You Still Down? I love. That's actually good. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I also feel like the original, like the people that Tupac collaborated with on those uh, outtakes, I think they were robbed of a chance of getting exposure, on those posthumous albums.
Yeah.
Like for example, One Day at a Time, the original the version that Tupac recorded himself was with Spice One, but the version that wound up being released was remixed, and Eminem did a verse on it.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible.
And you know, God bless Afeni. I think Afeni, when she agreed to have Eminem, remix "Loyal to the Game," I think she was just being nice. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, he mentions that. Oh, Afeni's such a nice lady. She gave me all the acapellas. That was fucking atrocious. I hate that shit. I have the CD because my ex at the time got it from me. It's in some box collecting dust along with the other whack shit. Yeah, fuck that shit.
yeah, like there's like to me that was really a passion project for Eminem, and I'm sure he's proud of it. But if you've heard the original versions of Out on Bail,
Absolutely.
Ghost, Running, Eminem's retouch of those songs don't come close. They pale in comparison to uh, to the production of LG, Easy Mo B, and
Mm-hmm.
Stretch.
Absolutely, brother. I agree 100%. And then, like I mentioned, they touched on the posthumous albums. Eminem said, if he let him get the acapellas, but he butchered it in my fucking opinion. They talk about Afeni's death as well, and Ray Love. She wasn't feeling well, so Ray Love got her some medicine, but she ended up having a heart attack, unfortunately. Then it showed the footage of Afeni singing. Amazing. I love how that ended. And then it showed, before that, Anglo said she hit the jackpot. She only had one sister, one nephew, but she hit the jackpot having them as her sister and nephew. And then it shows Pac as a teen performing, and then until the time like comes right in with that. Incredible. I think we covered everything on that episode, but we're still going to talk about it, obviously. But uh, these 5 parts altogether is almost 5 hours long, and it's the greatest Tupac documentary ever, in my personal opinion. I've been saying that since episode 1 and 2, and it reigns supreme at number 5 for me. That's my personal opinion. Thug Immortal, Thug Angel, Tupac Resurrection, all the other shit that I don't like Who Killed Tupac, and that's just whack as fuck. I don't like those documentaries, but my favorite is this, and Tupac Resurrection's a close second. But yeah, just incredible, Raka.
Yeah, while you was talking, I was thinking of that Las Vegas investigative reporter Kathy Scott. Yo, that woman is a complete vulture. Like the way she talks about that murder, it's like uh, she just gets off on talking about you know Tupac's death, and it just rubs me the wrong way. Um, but yeah, like like when he got to the section where Afeni was singing,
Yes, I
I
love that, brother.
I got goosebumps,
Likewise.
because it was a great tribute to her entire life and all of her talents. Like, she truly is an historical figure in Black history, and she's more than just what the media always portrayed her as, a footnote.
Yep. And that's why I love this doc so much, this docu-series so much, because it showed my uncle's watching it for the first time. He's loving it. Learning a lot of shit about Afeni, a lot of shit about Tupac, a lot of shit they don't just gloss over. So it's just done at a high quality. Like I said this before, get all them whack ass feelings you have about Alan Hughes that happened 30 fucking years ago this year. Okay, get over it.
Yeah,
This
like,
man,
I
got
know
got rock him up,
you
brother.
seen you seen Tyrone Turner and Napoleon,
Yeah,
on Art of Dialogue, arguing that Alan Hughes should not have directed the uh, the movie, but I doubt they would have those same opinions if Alan Hughes would have invited them to be interviewed for the docu series.
exactly. Oh, it's great. I'm glad he did it. You get a whole new tone.
Exactly. To me, I think Alan Hughes, him, like I said it from the very beginning, Alan Hughes would have been a sucker if he would have used this docu series to paint Tupac in a bad light. Because you were physically jumped by Tupac and his homies, 30 years ago. Like 30 years,
Exactly.
like 30 years is enough time for you to get therapy. It's enough time for you to make peace with the uh, conflict that you and Tupac had. And Tupac even said it in his interview with Tabitha Song that he regretted assaulting the Hughes brothers.
Yep, they showed it. Absolutely, yeah.
That should be enough. You know what I mean? Like that should be proof that uh, Tupac wanted to make peace with the Hughes brothers, and Alan Hughes was professional enough to put his ego aside and treat this docu series with the proper respect and integrity that these two important people deserve.
Absolutely, Raka, and that's what he did, bro. That's what he did. And like I'm telling y'all, man, me and Raka were not. I don't want to speak for Raka, but I remember Raka telling me we weren't excited that much. We didn't really give a fuck about it. But once I started watching it, bro, by episode one, a couple of minutes in, I had a feeling. I know when something's gonna be dope, man. And boy, oh boy, was I blown away. This is absolutely incredible. I can't. I will watch this again. I'm still watching it. I'm rewatching it with my uncle, and we're enjoying the fuck out of it again. It's just phenomenal. I think it's. I give it 5 mics. You know how we do on here? We give album reviews. We give everything the classic source mic rating. It gets 5 mics from me. Why does it get 5 mics? Because it made me feel a certain way. The way they play the music, the way the acapellas are played, the way episode 4, I think it was, playing the Starry Starry Night, the Vincent song from Don McLean, and it goes right into Hit 'Em Up. Like my arms, I can feel the fucking goosebumps, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like I can feel that, dog. The weight. What's up, Hood TMZ in the fucking building. Yo, Hood, if you're not busy, hop on, because I seen you do a stream saying, is the Chronic a classic? What do you think? If you got time, you're not busy, here's the link, bro. Um, but yeah, Rocket, this shit is a 5 mic for me, and it's incredible. I wish it would come on a Blu-ray set or something.
Yeah,
Shit is great, bro. It is fan. If it was whack, I would say it was whack. I don't bite my tongue, man. It really blew me away. This shit is incredible.
I think this docu series will go on to be nominated for an Emmy Award. Like the quality is so good. The information
Absolutely.
in it is informative, it's enlightening, it's educational, and they uh uh Tupac's thoughts, they were highlighted. He wasn't made to be demonized, and it did in the docu series, didn't canonize him. There's a way that you can show somebody's strengths and weaknesses, their imperfections, and their great qualities without being exploitative. And
Absolutely.
and I truly believe that this docu series it will make people more curious as to know who were his mentors, who was Geronimo Pratt, who was Sekou Odinga, who was Mumia Abu Jamal, who was Asada Shakur, who was Mutulu Shakur, who was the Black Liberation Army.
Yo,
Like his what informed his life, his music, his poetry is what he learned, uh, from his family of Black revolutionaries and radicals. Like
yeah,
I loved it during my uh, one of my favorite parts about this docu series was just how intelligent uh, he was. Like for example, when he was being deposed uh, in 1995 from jail, and the lawyer was trying to bait him into saying something really reckless to show that he's a danger to the community. Because in those depositions, like when you're being interviewed, the lawyer is trying to trip you up and get you to give a reaction that they can portray as being uh, uh, dangerous, and uh, uh, and you're a criminal, and so forth and so forth. When he mentioned Geronimo Pratt, and he said that he will not allow that lawyer to disrespect Geronimo Pratt,
yeah, I
and
love
that
this.
under no certain terms will you use this opportunity to castigate Geronimo Pratt and make wild assertions about Geronimo Pratt's innocence or guilt.
He's
I
like,
thought
did you?
that was important.
I love that. He's like, did you see him commit the murder? He couldn't know what the fuck to say, bro. I love that shit.
Yeah, uh, I really appreciate those moments when he was really proud of where he came from, um, and even like when he was experiencing the worst of times, like when at the end of episode 3 when he was convicted of sexual abuse, but it was before he was transferred from Rikers to Clinton, and before he was sentenced. He was thinking about not turning himself in uh, and going on the run, and
Yep.
taking his life in the woods, and
Which
then
was
him, yeah, and him telling uh, his aunt Glow, tell Matilda that one of us got away.
dog. When I heard that again, chills. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, my uncle's watching it now, and when during the deposition when he's reading the violent lyrics,
Yeah,
and it's mirroring the actual acapella. Oh my, it's so fun. The way he did that shit isn't. That's why it's a five mic. Moments like that, my guy. Deontay, what's good, brother? Hope all is well. Blessings, my brother. Just
yeah.
finished the last episode.
He was
Yeah,
describing the cuts at the end of Violent.
yeah. When he did that as well, fuck a cop.
Yeah,
Fucking rap cop. Yeah, that shit was fucking hard, bro. Yeah.
and like and what I really loved about it was that you know when rappers get into those situations, usually they want to portray themselves as choir boys. Like
Hmm.
we've seen a lot of rappers, get called to the carpet for their lyrics, whether in a uh, whether in a deposition or in court, i.e. Young Thug, and they just act like they never committed a crime in their life. But Tupac, he was performing violent, and this in saying in those certain terms that even though I'm being deposed in jail by a lawyer that's trying to give me more time, I'm still going to say what you don't want to hear.
Mm.
fuck a damn cop.
Like
The
a
way
damn
he
cop.
said it, man, like that was like the the middle finger that wasn't a middle finger.
I think my nigga Hood TMZ is having problems, but he said Chronic is definitely a classic. Absolutely. Word, yo, piece to EPMD. I made a post today and I said that I showed my whole Chronic collection, and I said DJ Clark Kent gets the Bozak, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I got the CD and cassette. I don't have the vinyl.
Hell
I
yeah.
thought, man, like an album is a classic when you have that album in multiple formats.
Yep, Doggy Style. I have the vinyl of Doggy Style. I got the cassette and like three. No, I got 4 copies of Doggy Style. Raka.
Yeah,
I'll tell you why. Because in when was it, 98 maybe? Maybe, yeah, I got the CD. And then I got the '01 fresh. And then I got like the OG with G's Up Hosan on it. What up,
you know,
Hood?
Yeah, what up, my nigga?
What's up, my nigga? Yo, you peeped the Pac, Doc?
Nah, man, I ain't get to peep that jank.
Oh, peep that shit. I know you a Pac head like us. You love that shit, bro. That shit something else, bro. I know there's tons of them out there, but this is better. This is deep.
I ain't, yo, this, what is it, part 3 now? Or
Part
4?
five, it's done now. Yeah, it's
Uh,
part five now.
yeah, I'm gonna watch that jank, man. I like I like watching the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like
Yeah.
watching shit in pieces like that. But I'm definitely gonna peep that shit. I see they got a Biggie joint, Biggie out too.
Oh, Biggie.
They got a little Biggie joint that's on Facebook and shit. I be seeing.
Oh,
is
word.
it that series with Angie Martinez?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, Life After Death. Yeah, yeah. That's the one Clark Kent talking fucking reckless.
yeah. I ain't get to see that whole shit neither. I seen part 1 with like Fat Joe.
Yeah, I didn't see that shit.
Yeah, this nigga talking crazy like Chronic ain't no classic. Like, bro, I don't know what he talking about. Like,
I I, I hate that he singled out RBX. Like really, bro. Like I never looked at RBX as somebody that was whack.
Likewise, he's on Doggy Style too. When he said Doggy Style,
what's wrong with RBX's part on Chronic though?
nothing to me.
I'm confused.
Yeah, that's Clark Kent Wilder.
I like RBX voice.
Hell yeah, we said that last night. We were on Twitter Space last night talking
I
that
felt
shit.
like his voice was like an instrument or something.
Hell yeah, high power. Yeah.
Yo, RBX, when I first heard him, he sounded like a black Vincent Price that was extra hood.
No, the sounds of the Thriller. Yeah, nigga.
He
The,
must have an issue with Dre or something. But because I was thinking like, well, it can't be East Coast West Coast bias because you dick riding Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg Doggy Style is not better than the Chronic, bro.
Oh, I don't know about that, Hood.
I
I
love
don't know.
both of them, but I'm not.
It's hard. I
Ah.
told my nigga Ross last night. I said for me they can ping pong each other. I don't know. It's I can't. It's hard. Today I'll say Doggy Style.
The
Next
Chronic
week I
was
might
the
say Chronic.
start. Oh,
and you know, and the thing that I don't understand is that okay, RBX ruined the Chronic according to Clark Kent, but RBX is on Serial Killer from Doggy Style.
Exactly.
So what makes Doggy Style, better than the Chronic according to Clark Kent?
and I
Yeah,
love
cause
Snoop, man. I love
likewise.
Doggy Style. I love Blue Carpet Treatment.
Oh yeah, that album never gets talked about. That's an amazing album.
Blue Carpet Treatment is like one of the most slept on hip hop albums ever.
Absolutely. Raka said he gave up after Dogfather or something like that, right?
I gave up after No Limit. No Limit Top Dog is the last Snoop album that I truly loved from top to bottom.
Oh, the last meal I
What
fucked with,
you? How
bro.
you feel about Blue Carpet Treatment though?
I don't think you ever heard it.
You
Yeah,
haven't heard the Blue Carpet Treatment, bro?
yeah. Like I only like I've heard like whenever I would hear it, Snoop's post when I would hear his 2000s work, like his to me like after uh, I'll give you an example. Like uh, what's the first single from the last Meal album?
The Timberland joint, right? Snoop Dogg. I think that's it.
Yeah, like the last time I heard a song like that, it was "Oops Upside Your Head" from the Dogfather, and I heard the last meal, and it to me it felt like a step backwards.
Oh man, Rocky, you're killing me, my boy. I expect your opinion, but I fucking love that album.
I mean, would you? Let me ask y'all a question.
What you got, bro? Let's fucking argue. Fuck it.
Is Snoop's like is any album from the 2000s? Would you say Snoop's MCing is close to being as good as it was on Doggy Style?
Hmm. No, I wouldn't say that, but it's not like ass either, because he can still flow. It's not the shiznit, you know what I'm saying? But it's decent. It's definitely dope to me. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta hear those East Siders albums, bruh. He's killing that shit.
But here's the thing, though. Trey D is my favorite member of the East Siders. To me, Snoop's best quality on those albums was his hooks.
Oh
Like his
man,
verses don't. His
yo,
verses just leave
fucking
a lot to be desired.
Balls of Steel, bruh. That beat is crazy. He kills that shit. Hey, tomato, my nigga. It's all good. I personally love Snoop. I don't dislike one album from the nigga.
Yo, we
And
gotta have a
what up, Hood? Oh, Hood's breaking up. But
Yeah, to me, I've always I maintain that E40 got better as a rapper, where Snoop got worse as a rapper.
I don't think so.
E40.
Yes, Earl Stevens, 40 Fonzarelli, Mr. Harlegame, Charlie Hustle, Front Row 40. He goes by many aliases. Pick you could pick any one of them, but in any era of E40, I always felt that he was a better rapper than Snoop after 2000.
The last E40 album I heard is Charlie Hustle from '99. I gotta hear the other ones, and my boys they love it. But yeah, I listen to it.
I think E40 like I think E40 is he's probably the most unique rapper ever, and he is an acquired taste, and
Oh yeah,
he packs so many words in a verse that either you hate it or you love it.
Pay the Cost to Be the Boss was decent. There's some primo cuts on there. Cruise Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I don't know it like that. I gotta go back to it.
I did like Batman and Robin with Snoop and Lady of Rage, and the one and only produced by Primo.
That shit was fire. Yeah.
I think Snoop would have had a better career if
What happened, Hood?
I think Snoop's career would have been better. His albums with his discography would have been better if he worked with Dre on every album. And
I
Daz.
believe so too. Yeah, man. Daz is his that's his niche as well. And like Meech Wells and more Battle Cat on his shit. On them West Coast producers. That's where he thrives.
Did you like Snoop with Pharrell?
No. Oh, I can't say that because I love Can I Get My Thrill? You know you want some more girl. That shit.
Let's Get Blown.
Yeah, I fucking love that shit. But Beautiful is trash. No, I don't like Sexual Seduction at all. No.
Yeah, I thought like Snoop's rapping was so lazy. Like when he said when he made that Clueless reference, like, first of all, what are you doing watching Clueless?
Fact, facts.
Like somebody should have been in the studio to tell him, "Hey, Snoop, that ain't hitting, man." DOC should have been in there. Corrupt, Daz should have, pulled him to the side and be like, "Hey, Snoop, you know, write something else."
That's hilarious, bro. Yeah, man. I think his discography can be hit and miss, but Snoop has. I always stand on the fact that he has not just one good album. He has other good albums other than Doggy Style. That's just me personally. If other niggas feel differently, hey, so
I
be
mean,
it.
I like No Limit, Top Dog. I mean, to me, I love that album almost as much as I like Doggy Style. The game is to be sold, not to be told. That's the
There's some cuts on there.
yeah. I mean, it's above average.
He ruined that fucking John B classic, bro. Fuck, that shit's trash. That Dogs Get Lonely too, man. Terrible.
Oh yeah, when he remade the Time song.
That as well, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, the cool. He did that on Ego Tripping.
yeah, with Morris Day.
Yeah, fucking terrible.
I mean, Snoop love him some R&B.
Yeah, he
To me,
does.
I think that's what I think that's what I truly like about his post '90s work is that he really embraces Cameo and the Time and Slave and
I love Slave.
all of the funk bands. Yeah.
I know Hood's forte is like a lot of East Coast shit, like the Locks and shit like that. We talked about We Had the Streets last night, right? What did Watson say? Is it better than the truth from Beanie Siegel? And I said,
You,
hell
you
yeah.
said who? What album?
My man's was saying, what's better, the Locks, the We Got the Streets, or the truth from Beans? And I said, We Got the Streets, bro. I gotta go. We Got the Streets.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. I'm thinking Money, Power, Respect. That Money, Power, Respect is like the worst fucking album ever.
I like some cuts on there, like Bitches from Eastwick. A lot of like
That shit, like
the
as a
mafioso
debut,
cuts.
like that shit is fucking. I don't know, man. There's some joints on there, but I'm like,
Yeah,
oh. When you look back at it now, yeah, you would expect like, yo, that's their first joint, and it's not even like this shit ain't hard like that.
yeah.
Puffy
It's
fucked
kind of
that
rough.
up though. That's
Oh yeah,
Puffy's doing.
And I also think like the problem with Money, Power, Respect was that the D. Angeletti and the Hitmen, they weren't they weren't a good fit for the Locks. I mean, they worked for Mace, they worked for Puffy, they worked for Biggie, but people like Buck Wild, uh, uh, Easy Mo B, like producers that have typical production that can marry hardcore rap should have been producing on their debut album.
exactly. Like some songs on there that are real terrible. But like I said, like All for the Love when Jada's like, it's so real I make her hop out and get the Duchess. Like that's my shit. Shit like that. Bitches from Eastwick, the story about the bitches robbing them. Shit like that. Of course,
Mhm.
the title track. DMX went off on that shit. Jada, they all killed it. Shit, but that album's not, up to par. But We Are the Streets.
I do think she got the worst solo song on that album.
I can't remember it, Raka.
I know it was right before the heist.
The Heist is fire. Dope
Yeah,
storytelling. Yeah. I gotta go back to Money Power Respect. That shit turned 25 years old this year too. Crazy. Best verse on
yeah,
Group Therapy's East Coast, West Coast Killers, RBX, KRS, Nas, or Be Real. That's off that Dre album, isn't it? The Aftermath compilation? I think it is.
oh yeah, that was in '96.
Yeah. Best verse? I gotta Adam, I gotta hear that again, bro. I listened to the Aftermath compilation a few times, not much.
To me, I mean, group therapy. If I remember correctly, I always liked KRS-One's verse more than Nas because KRS-One just came like KRS-One, his voice and his righteousness, for lack of a better term, he won't like he's always going to rhyme from the bully pulpit, so it's between Karis One and Be Real. Believe it or not, I like Be Real's verse more than Nas.
Oh damn!
And that's not a slight because I rate Be Real very high on my list of MCs. Like Be Real is a hell of an MC.
Oh, I love Be Real, man. I'm a big Cypress fan, but
Yeah.
Nas is. I gotta hear it again, bro. It's been fucking years. KRS killed it, so did RBX.
I mean, put it to you like this: do you like Nas's verse on Group Therapy more than R3 verses from Nas Is Coming?
Here's the thing, Rock. I can't even answer you that because I gotta hear Group Therapy. It's been a long time, bro. I heard the album. Been there, done that. Jay. Yeah, I gotta hear that shit again, man.
Yeah,
It's been
man.
a long time.
RBX, man. Like I thought RBX was really going to have like a second life after Death Row once he made peace with Dre and signed the Aftermath. The only other thing that I remember RBX doing with Dre was the song "Remember Me" from the Marshall Mathers LP,
Yeah,
produced by Dre.
with Sticky on that bitch
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
Billy Garland's his daddy. It looks just like Pac, bro. Yes, that's his father. To me, yeah, I believe that's his daddy. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like when he was younger, he looked even more like him.
Oh, where?
Yeah, there was like like as far as like his jawline,
Yeah.
like if you look like Billy Garland, like in the '90s, he looked even more uncanny to Tupac.
I gotta see some pictures of him in the '90s. All right, 2000. We got Memphis Bleak, The Understanding versus Ja Rule, Rule 336. Son, I got Rule 336, bro. Okay, got it.
Yeah, Ja Rule all day.
Yeah.
Should I even answer?
Yeah. Neither, huh?
I fucking hate Memphis Bleak, man. Unless he's like on the Jay Z song. I think the only Memphis Bleak song I like was "I Get High." I get high, rolling down the I-95. That's it.
We were talking about that nigga last night, bro.
I think Bleak can rap, but he there's he never could carry an album.
Yeah.
Like you remember when State Property, whenever they would, I remember when State Property was on Rap City and Bleak was with them.
Yeah.
And there was freestyling with Big Tigger, and Bleak, he would not get in the cipher, man. He was just standing apart from them like he was too good to be around them dudes. And to me, that's part of the reason why I don't think he ever evolved. Like, if you look at where when Beans came into the picture,
Yeah.
I forgot about Bleak.
Absolutely. Bleak, like I said last night, I like him on Hard Knock Life intro, Hand It Down, Primo to the beat. Shit, my nigga. I like Memphis Bleak. And Memphis Bleak is that shit fire to me. I like Bleak shit here and there. Like the Dynasty album, his verses on there.
Parking Lot Pimpin'.
Yeah, get your mom right, mommy. Get your mom, shit like that. But yeah, Bleak as a whole, nah. Like you know a nigga whack when the best song on your album ain't even you, it's fucking Jay.
Dear Summer.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, yeah, Bleak wasn't it, bro.
Like we got to make this album sell, man. Like Jay put a song on here.
Yeah, Jay, you got to do it. Best 95 KRS, Fat Joe Collabo, Bronx Tale, or the Automatic? I got Bronx Tale, man. That shit fire as fuck.
Definitely.
Mm.
Fat Joe.
Yeah, Joe cracked the dawn.
Yeah, I'm going with Bronx Tale because, like, much respect to uh, the joint that Primo did with uh, J. Ruben Damager, Smith and Wesson, Fat Joe, Mad Lion, and Dougie Fresh. Like those verses was way too short, man, to really consider it a Fat Joe and Karis One collaboration.
Jay versus Nas, who wins this versus?
Nas.
I like Nas better. Jay got the hits. Jay got more hits than
After
Nas.
Nas's last 4 albums, I picked Nas. Before that, I would have picked Jay.
Yeah, Nas is my favorite rapper, so there you have it. All right.
let me ask y'all a question. Y'all remember when Memphis Bleak, he gave an interview, in the interviewer asked him who would win in a versus between Jay and Nas, and then Bleak said the only person that Jay-Z could battle in the verses is Biggie.
Yeah, Memphis, he was bugging.
Now, let me ask y'all this, man. How y'all feel
Yeah.
about the Outlaws?
I like two niggas in the Outlaws.
Gaddafi and Fatal.
Gaddafi was the nicest one.
Both, hell yeah, bro.
Gaddafi and Fatal, yeah.
They were ill to me. They were dope. And they're both dead.
I bought Fatal's in the Line of Fire album.
That shit, that wasn't hitting for me. How is that shit? You like that shit?
It's, to me, it's like I would say 3 mics.
Yeah, I gotta hear it. It's been years. I was a teenager when I got that shit.
I never heard that shit.
Raising Hell or King of Rock? I gotta go Raising Hell, bruh. That shit is fire. That's some old school b-boy shit. Yo, this nigga, this nigga Raka. His cassettes be on deck. What is that? I can't really see. It's like a big glare. It's all good, brother.
Can you see it?
Oh, that's a Fatal joint.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. I gotta hear that again because I remember I wasn't really feeling that shit when it dropped.
Wasn't Fatal with like Murder Inc. or some shit at one point?
He was all over the Blood of My Eye album. Did some 50s.
Yeah.
You know what though? As much as I didn't like seeing, Murder Inc. and Fatal, I actually like that Fatal was trying to get back in the industry, man. Considering that the Outlaws, they were blackballed.
Yeah.
To me, it felt like a lifeline that Murder Inc. was throwing to Fatal.
Foxy Brown, Il Na Na, or Little Kim Hardcore? I get this question a lot. I gotta go Hardcore. I love both of those albums.
Fuck, that's a hard name. Yeah, I gotta go Hardcore. Il Na Na was the shit back then too.
Fire, yeah. The Promise, yeah. And I say this as long as I live, y'all. I'm gonna go fuck. That Get Me Home Tonight with Blackstreet is just childhood for me. I love that fucking song.
MC Light, my favorite rapper though.
Light, I got Raw Digger. I know Raka got Lady of Rage, right?
Oh, absolutely. Lady of Rage is my favorite female MC of all time.
Not mad at that at all, bro. I got Raw Digger. Raw is fucking nasty.
Digger my peoples, but I be biased picking her.
But as much as y'all love hardcore,
yeah,
was it really the best rap album by a female rapper in '96?
Nah, I gotta go with Bahamadia Collage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hey, yo, Raka, yo, Hood knows Young Z, Raw Dig, all them ass peoples. Redman.
I just had Pace on the I had Pace on the Instagram joint.
Oh shit, Phase One.
Yeah.
Shit, I
Yo,
missed that.
I love this album with Mr. Green.
I gotta get Z back on. I gotta get another interview with Z, man.
Hey, yo, Raka, I told Young Z I was on the call. I was like, yo, son, oh, your New York Undercover shit was fire, bro. I told the nigga that.
Yo, I remember like when New York Undercover first came out, Young Z had a lot of placement throughout that season, man.
Yeah, and he would rap about the storyline, like what's going on. That was fire. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering like, yo, like who is this dude? Like I thought he was like somebody that was hired to rap about what's rap about the plot of the show. But
Sean,
then I started hearing him with KRS One, and
yeah.
I'm like, wow. Like, and KRS One has an eye for talent because he picked up on Channel Live.
Oh, I love Channel
I thought he
Live.
was going to do the same thing with Young Z.
All I do is smoke adism. That's my shit right there. Young Z's nasty. That musical meltdown record from '96, fire, bro.
It's so hard to find now.
Yeah, out of print. Hey, yo, what was I gonna say? Fuck, I make a point here. Oh yeah, if Sean Price likes no female rappers at all, R.I.P. Sean Price, but he said he liked Digger, you know. So,
He said what?
yeah, Sean Price said he likes no female rappers, but he said he likes Raw Digger though,
How the fuck he don't like no female rappers, man?
and MC Light too. I think he gave
You
up
know
the
how many
Light.
nice ass females there is, bro?
I mean, now in Sean Price's defense, Rod Digger's voice is deep as a man's.
Yeah, see, Siznak, my nigga Sizzy knows his shit, bruh. That Sticky album is so underrated. And she killed that shit. She was like in the courtroom and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire. I love that Sticky Fingers album. Great album. Now, what if I was white? Shit like that on there.
Oh, with Eminem.
Yeah, yeah. That shit, my dogs. Some of his guns, like their dogs and some shit. But Raekwon,
Yeah.
I think is fire, bruh. I got. Oh man, that's hard. Lies of Me, A Life After Death. Battle of the Double Disc.
I'll take a stab at it. I love Life After Death. There, but songs that truly hit me where I live was 10 Crack Commandments, Kick in the Door, Long Kiss Goodnight, You Know About It Till Somebody Kills You. But I did not like Another. I did not like.
You didn't like Another?
Yeah,
Hell no.
I hate that song, Hood. I can't stand that shit.
Man, I'm not trying to hear Biggie and Lil Kim, rap about.
I got All Eyes on Me over Life After Death. Fuck it.
Yeah, like hearing Biggie and Lil Kim rap about their sex lives for 4 minutes, man. Like that was an instant skip, man.
What's the skip?
Another.
Oh hell yeah, Player Hater too. That's trash. And I love Big, but that shit's trash.
I gotta take All Eyes on Me over there.
Yeah, I got it too. It's by a very small margin for me because I love Life After Death. But yeah.
What's better, Ready to Die or Life After Death?
Ready to Die, because Ready to Die got one skip for me. That's Friend of Mine. I fucking hate that song, but it's more gully. But Biggie's a better MC on Life After Death. So to me personally.
I think Ready to Die is a better album considering that it's much more concise. Like, outside of maybe the interludes, to me there's more wallop. There's more there's more dynamic in those songs than Life After Death, man. Like Fucking You Tonight, it did its job, but it's not a song that I'm going to listen to when I reach for life after death. Like I
But you
like
got
the
to.
MC
Biggie was
MC.
trying to make songs that females gonna listen to too when he making some of these shits.
Yeah, Puffy wanted him to do that shit.
Puffy, yeah, Puffy trying to make that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'll be honest, man. Like I kind of got tired of Big Papa after a while.
Cause yo, Big said he didn't even want to make some of these records. He don't even like some of these records.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think if left to Biggie's own device, he would have made Ready to Die closer to what he wanted to do when he was on Uptown.
A lot of niggas hate on
Cause
Eliza. I've
Puffy
been noticing.
didn't Puffy get Biggie to do One More Chance or whatever was
It was
One More Chance?
juicy. It was juicy.
Juicy,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Biggie, like I said, he's a better MC in Life of the Death to me. Like that nigga is flowing on that shit. Who the fuck want to squeeze? My desert eats make MCs freeze. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I make your mouthpiece obese like Della Reese. When I release, you lose teeth like little C's. Like, yeah, he was floating on Life After Death. Yeah.
I also think maybe I may be wrong, but I think Puffy had greater influence on Life After Death because nobody can tell me that Biggie did not want to have Diddy on the that song with Carl Thomas, Pimps and Hoes.
Look at this
What's up?
nigga.
What's up, bro?
Michael Jackson, the light skinned 83 niggas in the building. What up, Marquise?
What's up, man?
See this
I'm-
nigga in a minute. What was goody?
Man, you
No.
look like you at a golf course.
Nah, man.
Brian Gumble ass
Some-
nigga.
Yeah,
My boy. You watch that
Yeah.
pop?
yeah, man. It's very
Oh,
good.
Hell
Love it.
yeah. Hell yeah. Shout out to Hood. And he bounced out. Piece of that nigga. But yeah, that shit amazing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love the
You
fuck
know,
out that shit.
I need those shades, man.
He's
Yeah.
styling on these niggas.
Hell yeah.
Man, where you at? You at a resort or something?
No, I'm at my. I am at my. I am at my auntie's house.
You from
Well,
Cali, right?
Yeah.
So it's night over here, but it's afternoon type steez for you.
Yeah.
Straight up 83 Thriller era Mike, bro. I'm telling you, son.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you just it looks like you have like a crop down Jerry curl.
Yeah, I do, man. Look like it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
How
yeah,
y'all
bro.
doing?
Just chilling, bro. We've been reviewing that Pac documentary, bro. Like every Sunday, we've been reviewing that shit, bro. You know?
Yeah. I enjoyed it. Y'all did y'all did an amazing breakdown of it.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome. Yeah.
And you know, like after this is all over, you know what's going to happen. You're going to have all of these dudes like Keefe D, Whack 100, all of these dudes.
I'm just I am chilling.
No, this thing slides. See?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
This
Oh,
was
no
good.
problem.
Yeah, my aunt. So
Oh, your auntie?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what's up.
Word.
yeah. Go ahead now. What we're saying, Raka?
No, I was just saying that after now that all 5 parts have aired, you're going to have Keefe D, Whack 100, now trying to discredit, you know, what was, talked about in Dear Mama, especially the part about, Orlando Anderson and Tupac, leaving death row. Like, there's going to be people in the art of dialogue trying to tear down the docuseries.
Yeah, oh, you want other niggas trying to do their own because that happens, like with which that Compton came out, there's all these other biopics and they're all trash.
Oh yeah, not. Oh yeah, just wait until like Whack 100 announces his own docu series. The Game announces his own docu series. You know,
Yeah.
all of these, other dudes, they seeing what Dear Mama is doing. They're gonna be like, you know what, man, I could do a 5-part docu series, man.
Right?
You
Good
know?
luck topping this shit.
Oh, I don't even think they even care about the quality as much as they just want the attention. They just want, if it's announced on TMZ or the Shade Room, such and such is doing a docu series, that's enough for them, man. Because you never see these dudes do anything but run their mouths.
Yo,
Yeah,
big facts on
especially
that.
especially especially these haters like to hate on Pac and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
Cough
always gonna
cough,
be here.
cough cough. DJ Clark Kent.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that dude whack for that, bro.
Like Clark Kent, he's always been a sucker to me because like when they was talking about Jay-Z, doing a diss song to Tupac, that wasn't with Dead or Alive. It was a white label, but I think that came out after Tupac had passed.
Yeah,
So 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 they want to. So I hate when dudes talk tough after somebody isn't here to defend themselves. Like
exactly.
when Jay Z was when Jay Z was saying that he wanted Biggie to reply to Tupac. Tupac also dissed you. So what stopped you from being more direct with Tupac?
Yeah,
Exactly, bro. Dumb shit.
that's
How
dumb.
you said a Snoop biopic is fast tracked by Universal and will likely be done before the Richard Pryor. I heard about that Richard Pryor movie for fucking decades now. I think Mike Epps supposed to play Richard Pryor or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. I would like that graffiti because we seen Murder Inc., we seen Death Row, No Limit, Rough Riders. Those BET documentaries are fucking dope too. Really dope.
Yeah.
Love those BET docs.
But
Yeah,
see, that's the kicker. What Jay Z and Dame Dash coming together to do a Rockefeller Chronicles.
Oh man, now yeah, they're not seeing that eye right now. Says like Jesus, almost 20 years them niggas ain't been rocking with each other.
For
oh,
real.
oh five, the falling out happened. Oh four, late 04, early 05, yeah.
I think what's going to
yeah,
happen. You remember when Dame Dash had his own record label and Hove had his own record label? I think it's going to be the same thing. Like Dame is going to have his own version of Rockefeller Chronicles, and Jay is going to have his own version of Rockefeller Chronicles.
Yeah, I can see that shit, bro.
yeah.
But I think that Richard Pryor biopic will come out the same day that Big L documentary comes out.
Yo, there's been two Big L trailers and they still ain't come out, bro. Neither one of them.
We've had like 2 Big Pun documentaries come out.
Yo, still not a play in the legacy.
Yep.
Hmm.
At this point,
But
I read that already.
yeah.
Y'all hear on side note, you hear about John Morant.
Who was it?
Who's that?
John Morant, the basketball player, plays for the Memphis Grizzlies. He got
No.
yeah, he was on IG Live and he was blasting NBA young boy in the car and waving his pistol.
Oh my, yeah, you sent me that rocket. Yeah, 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 yeah.
The second time in 2 months. Yo, like I
Jeez.
thought, man, Allen, like at least with Allen Iverson, man, like like Allen Iverson, like he was like all of his skirmishes was because he was getting uh messed with. Like people was trying to break into his house, or they were harassing him, and he was just defending himself. Like this dude, like I think he likes IG Live and guns more than playing ball.
Jesus Christ. DJ Screw documentary. Yeah, there was some stupid biopic. It looked dumb as fuck. I know you're talking about D. I seen it. It looked dumb as fuck.
Yeah. But you know what though? I want, like, when it comes to like a DJ Screw documentary, I want somebody that's really from Houston and close to that culture to do it, man. I don't want to see like, somebody that isn't connected to Houston or that culture doing anything like that.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna end this shit here, but shout out to the chat. Peace to y'all niggas, man. Love y'all. See y'all next Saturday. Or if I decide to go live, see y'all here. You know what I'm saying? But like within the week or whatever. But until next time, catch y'all niggas on the flip side. Peace, y'all.
Peace.